Okay, so now that we have our boundary surface here, we still have to close this end cap. And the way that we're going to do that is with a boundary surface. So like we did before with these guide curves, we're going to have to create some 3D sketches around here in order to define where the boundaries are going to be for the surface. So let's open up a 3D sketch, click this line here, convert the entities, and we're going to delete everything else since we won't be needing them. Exit out of the sketch. And now we're going to insert a reference geometry plane on this line. So this is going to give us a nice centered location to draw the next profile. Expand the plane. So again, we're going to use a style spline. And we'll just have to join these points here. You can see I use very few points. I don't want too many because it may cause the curve to not be as smooth as I would like. So there's a way to actually get this line to be perfectly tangent with this surface in terms of curvature. So if you click the line, the edge, and then the face, you'll get this tangent face icon. You can see it didn't work right away. Try it again. But that should allow it to end up having very smooth tangency. If you start it closer, it should work. Let's click the line, click the edge, and the face. You can see it worked, but it took some adjusting. You can see how it's perfectly tangent to this edge right here. So when we create the surface, it's going to be a nice transition. So I'm going to get this about how I think it'll look okay. I'm not going to add any dimensions yet. Let's close out. You can hide this plane for now. Now let's try to add a profile this way. So what we can do is actually do another 3D sketch. Click this line here, convert them. Then we can actually click the point and drag it, snap it right to this point here. And now we have a nice little corner section that we can work on. So let's go to our lofted surface. And we're going to choose this line and this line as our profile. Then we can choose for the guide curve this line here. So you can see these little flags pop up. What we want to make sure is that this guide curve is tangent to this surface. So just to be sure, we can click over here, choose the constraints. You can see it's adjusted. Everything looks good. You can even see the zebra stripes. They also look very good. We'll hit the check. Now we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So let's do a 3D sketch again. We'll delete the lines we don't need. And for our last 3D sketch, we're going to choose this edge here. and then drag this point so it snaps to this corner. And now we should be good to go. Let's choose boundary surface, or I'm sorry, lofted surface. So here's our profiles, and our guide curve is right there. So let's make sure everything is tangent. Do tangency to face. So you can see that arrow is telling you in which direction the tangency is starting, which means it's tangent to this face only. And for this guide curve, you can see it's not exactly tangent. So we have to make sure there's also a tangency. And if it still doesn't look tangent, what you can do is do direction vector, which the vector would be the plane in which this line was drawn. So you can see now you get this little red arrow. It's pointing in the direction of the plane. So you should be tangent in this direction as well. Looks really good. We can check our zebra stripes. No weird convergences anywhere. Also, the curvature looks very good. And that's it. So for the next video, what we're going to learn how to do is the top section in the same exact way.